Let's do it.
Scotch, bourbon, and rye, yeah, we on that whiskey. Wanna discuss an array of topics, conversation simply. Gonna drop your whiskey bars with the sip hitting for. Could you pass it? You want more? Another glass, let it flow. A steady pour. A steady pour. Yeah, a steady pour. A steady pour of growing. A steady pour of sharing. A steady pour of knowing. Now pass that Glen Carry. So pull up a chair. Grab a glass and enjoy a melanin-infused perspective with a whiskey twist. Yeah, yeah, a steady pour.
Let the horns rock. Yeah.
Hey.
Let the horns rock.
Hey.
Yeah. I was just listening to those horns. I like those. I like those.
There's
What I was playing my horn.
You letting the horse roll.
You look like animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese.
That's what I was doing.
Yo.
Welcome
Five
to another
Nights at Freddy's.
episode of a Steady Pour podcast. I'm your pour coach Drew.
Calvin.
Tony, what's up?
Daddy is what it do.
Oh, no. No, he's breaking down.
And we are back with episode, whichever episode number we need this to be.
Yeah, right.
I don't wait.
Another
We don't put numbers
episode.
on.
You'll know when it released. You'll know where we
Somewhere
are.
in season 12.
You'll figure it out.
We hope.
And we happy to get together again. And of course, we got two whiskeys in front of us. Definitely want to dive into that.
Yes,
We do. Yes, we do.
And talk about. I think we wanted to talk about some craft. What it means to be craft.
Crap.
Craft.
Right?
We love our craft.
Mm-hmm.
Sip on some craft while we talk about craft. Craft on craft on craft. I love it.
So, with that said, Tone, what do we have?
Well, actually, I think we should throw it to Darius.
Yeah.
Oh, Darius. pick up.
Darius.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one.
It's very
bringing
rare.
stuff, but, yeah.
Well, you also approve it, so we might
I
be
do
like,
approve.
We
Yes.
might be like, hey, we want to do this, and Tone be like,
Nah, yeah.
No,
Tony.
I don't usually
let's save that for this. No, you don't. You're like, we can say that for this. Yeah. No.
No, what we have today is 13th Colony Distillery, which is based in South Georgia.
Yep.
To be specific, Americus, South Georgia. I didn't know that was actually a city, so I found that out today.
My grandma's from there.
Oh, so you heard about it?
America's. Oh, so
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they was trying to say America, and it was a typo the whole time. I was reading the article. I'm like, no, this is actually a
You
city.
spelled it wrong.
And I had to figure it out. But anyhow, where we going?
Idiots.
Where we going? A good friend, So Jam Good, had reviewed the bourbon. This is their bourbon and rye finished in maple wood spirals. So the bourbon came out, I think, last year, and then just recently they dropped the rye. And we're on Sillbox, membership, so I got the email that they were dropping it
Nice.
in a package. So I was like, I gotta get that. So we have today the rye and bourbon finished in maple wood spirals,
Okay.
which is different than like a maple finish because it's not like maple syrup. I think it's more. I tried to do some research. I couldn't really find it, but it's more akin to what Maker's Mark does with the staves.
Yeah.
Where they get maple wood spirals and they finish it in the actual the barrel. So it might have a little different, maybe not as sweet as a maple syrup finish would be.
Right.
So
More
I'm looking
subtle.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that tastes like.
Nice.
Okay.
Right, and it's more of a difference in the wood than it is in like a maple, like a syrupy kind of.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So I've heard good things about them. It was sold out last year pretty quickly. They're sold out now.
Okay.
So you really can't find them on their site. They're all gone. On Sellbox, where I got it. They're actually they're hosting it on the store. They're all sold out. So we heard good things about them.
Spirals are a slightly different form factor, right, than the staves would be. 'Cause the
Correct.
staves are a lot bigger than a spiral would be.
That's I couldn't really find any like in-depth research on what is like a visual to kind of put to it. It just said spirals, and when I was looking at it, say it's wood that's put into the barrel. So I'm just guessing at this point. Only 13 Colony will be able to tell us for sure, but I would imagine it's a little bit thinner than the staves.
And I wonder if they go through a similar process with either the toasting or charring of them, or
The spiral?
do they just throw the spirals in as is? I would think there would be some sort of toasting or charring, right?
You gotta
that would make more sense.
You gotta get 13 column.
I believe in limited research that I've done, but I actually, it's funny that you brought these to try because I just watched a video. Amongst the Whiskey, I don't know if you guys follow him on IG. They just went down there and did some barrel picks.
Okay.
And they were talking to the distiller, and yeah, he actually showed the staves, the spirals. Sorry.
Oh, you did so. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like a 2 foot long spiral corded, I guess, maple finished spiral that they drop into the barrel, and then they kind of do it one at a time. So that they can taste how it affects the barrel, because they want a specific profile
they do it
on it.
one barrel at a time.
One spiral.
One spiral at a time.
Yeah,
so when you're saying they do one spiral, then they let it age for a little bit?
Let it sit.
A little bit.
How long?
Taste
A little
it.
bit, like.
They didn't get into specifics on how long that. I wouldn't
Days,
think.
weeks, months.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would
Based on
take.
the taste, they'll add more spirals.
Right. If they need, if they need to drop a couple more in, but really, if it's just kind of.
And I think they make them spirals specifically because that spiraling gives more surface area of the wood for it to actually contact the liquid and actually do whatever it's going to do to it.
Right, because some people do
in
staves,
a shorter time.
It's a different.
Right,
Staves is
it's a different form factor.
Yeah, which is what Maker's Mark does. So.
Did they say anything about the bottle shape, which is very?
They didn't. No, they didn't talk.
You
too
know
much
that
about
we're looking at.
It's cool though.
It's funny. One thing I noticed looking at the bottle is there's no neck pour.
Oh, it's Sans neck.
It's like, I wonder if that's kind of like. I just thought about it just now. Like, there's no. It's like literally the neck
That's
is
funny.
completely clear, so it kind of removes that kind of mythology of
The neck
the
pour.
neck pour. Yeah.
That's why So Graham good liked it. Huh?
Shout out to So Jam.
Shout out to Son.
I just thought about that. Like, it's literally the neck.
That's
good.
crazy.
It's a long neck too.
So
a very
the
unique
other
bottle,
thing
yeah.
about it being a neck pour, and I guess it does make sense that it is the amount of liquid that is in the neck. But I also took it as that's also where the air is, right? So that first pour off that you get
okay. So I
is
guess
just gonna be where it's gonna taste slightly different because it's the only thing that's constantly touching air.
it's the air pour, not the neck pour. What you're saying?
Kind of.
Okay.
The air
there's
just
always-
happens
there's
to
always
be
gonna
in
be
the
that
It
neck.
doesn't matter if there's no neck. There's still going to be an air pour. Is what you're saying.
There's still gonna be that
if you
first.
believe in it.
Well, I mean that those are facts.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that first pour
It's gonna
But again, it is like you let it sit like this for a little bit and then straight poured it into your glass.
Right.
As soon as you start moving it around, then it's different. It's all gonna mix together, and then you're right. It doesn't make it.
So no neck.
And we open it up now.
Yeah,
I
you
see
already
Drew.
started.
I see Drew. Like, I'm gonna be quiet. You guys shut the. We're here to drink the stuff.
We're here to drink.
I mean, you know,
Have you guys had anything from 13 Colony?
not that I recall.
I got them confused for 13th. Is it Century?
I mean,
Yes, which we also tried.
Yeah, we tried them, but yeah, very similar name. But no,
Yep.
not these guys. This is the first.
manhandled that.
He didn't rip it though. It's still,
They have
that's still
a
intact.
They have a double oaked bourbon that's really really good, and it's one of those that's like allocated.
Okay.
I got a chance to try that at Dre's house. Shout out to Dre out in. I think you might have been there when we tried the double oak. Drew.
Oh, in Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's a black label and it has the gold.
Yes.
It's really really good. But I'm excited.
Is
to
it in
try
the same like bottle shape? as this one?
same bottle shape?
Oh, this must be
yeah,
their
they're all
go-to.
I think they're all
They're all like
all-
that.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. This is
and
interesting.
and they're both 113 proof. Is that what we said?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes, I think that's. Well,
Certainly getting heavy maple on the nose.
I guess those spirals coming through right into the mic, right? You know, you gotta get the pour. They want to hit
Did you
it
get
pour
enough? Because I know a lot of times you say.
I know. I mean, it's not a sample bottle though. This is the actual full bottle. So I'm usually good on these.
I'm just saying.
It's nice, kind of a light nose, I'd say.
Yeah,
Other
I was
than-
getting
other than
that
the
too.
This is the bourbon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's the bourbon,
Make
yep.
sure we clarify.
I'm getting rich maple. That's all
Yeah?
I have. Toasted
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
maple on maple.
Yeah.
Now, when I say light, it's not sometimes I say light and I mean like just not complex or not varied in notes. Other times it can be varied in notes, but they all smell kind of muted. Mm-hmm. This one is more of a slow ramp up. Like when I first smell it, it smells kind of light, but then it starts to kind of open up as I'm smelling it.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a lot more layers than I guess I would have first, than what I would typically use light for.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I wouldn't say it's muted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
I
not
agree with that. I
muted.
agree with that. It's
muted.
just
It's
it
not
kind
muted.
of takes
Just
a
kind
minute
of starts slow.
Starts slow, but it starts to like once it gets in there, it's like
I'm tasting.
Smells like maple butter. Like something that you would just slather over a piece of toast or something.
Slather.
Smells rich.
That's really nice, man. It's I like the subtlety of it. It doesn't smack you over the face with the maple.
It doesn't.
It just kind of like envelops it on the palate.
it's full body too. I get a lot of maple. I get maple
On the palate?
finish.
Yeah.
I get it on the palate, and on the finish on the back end, I feel like I get more,
Yeah.
like a different layer of maple.
And I get more of that butter on the palate
Yeah.
than I
Yeah.
did
Buttery.
on those.
I
Yeah.
can see that too. I can see a little butter.
Get some butter.
Some maple butter, please.
What's the proof on this?
113.
Both
113.
113.
It's barely, you done barely got out of bed.
Yeah, I mean,
You think it's tasting?
I think it drinks under that.
In a good way or a bad way. Because with you, it can go either way.
I think I was expecting some more oomph. In terms of the proof, there's a lot of flavor there. So
So in a good way.
I guess I can't say good or bad. I guess I've just expected to be, but
More?
I'm no. I'm just
Are you comparing it to another maple finish we've had?
no.
Or are you just
So you're just saying
to
based on the
itself?
proof, you expected it to be, was it more of a journey, more?
Oh no, I guess what I'm saying, like if it's you saying 113 and
Yeah.
16, was it 58 points? I thought it was 50. Is it 50? Let me see something.
It could be
Maybe
actual.
56.5.
Let's do the
Oh, I
math.
thought that was 58. Oh jeez. 56.5. Yeah, 113.
113.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's like 105.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's because of a lack of flavor. I wouldn't say like
No, I didn't say no.
that it falls flat.
And that's kind of what I meant when I asked the question. In a good way or a bad way. And that's why I said, oh, so it's in a good way. Because it doesn't hit you as hard as you thought it would hit you. But it still has a depth of flavor that you're kind of hoping for when you're talking about teens and up.
Yeah, I think it's the high proof snob sort of noticing that, right? But there's a lot of flavor there. So this would those that are not looking for that.
Is it more of akin to a dessert pour almost, or not reaching those kind of levels of sweetness yet?
I don't think it reaches that level
No.
of sweetness yet.
I would agree. I was just curious what drew.
It's a more subtle sweetness to me, and I think it's those
That's the
spirals.
spirals.
I think it's the spirals. I really do. I think they are
the fact that
very
it's
subtle with it.
spirals and it's not like finished in maple
Yeah.
syrup. It's
Right.
It's finished in maple, the spiral.
Not put
the
into a
tree.
secondary barrel. It's just kind of.
I'm definitely getting some woody tones on the finish.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the one that Sonia reviewed, or was it the rye?
She reviewed the bourbon.
Bourbon. Okay.
The rye was not released yet. The rye
Gotcha.
just been released, I think last month,
Okay.
2026.
Nice.
And the bourbon, I think. Let me see.
Oh yeah, that was a nice long finish there.
Yeah, 2025.
It's got a nice finish.
Oh, is it drinking a little higher proof now? You're still
No.
gonna say under.
No, it's still initially under, but it has a nice
Oh,
finish.
it's
So
a nice.
it's so I guess in that respect, you want it to, what is it? Drink under its proof.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot the other saying.
You wanted to drink under its proof. And you wanted to, I don't know where you're going.
Over
Where you
it's
line.
something else.
Yeah.
Under its proof, over its weight?
Under its proof, over its age.
That's
You don't know the age. Well, I think we do know that. I think it's like 5 or 6 years.
yeah.
I mean, as a general rule of thumb, that's what I would
Just
want.
so you
think
know,
that's,
the
300's proof over.
I think I'm getting that from James from New England Barrel Co. If you go back in his interview, he said it. I'm trying to remember what that was, but
I think this is considered to be a high rye. Because I think what's high rye considered again?
The rye is the second
second
highest.
highest.
It is a
grain.
high rye. 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9%
yeah.
malted barley. So
There you go.
It's a nice bit
a
of
high
rye
rye.
in there.
Yep.
I didn't say that earlier.
And this is MGP, right?
This I not no. This is you mean it's
The
finished.
distillate.
Distilled
No, they
in
have their own
Indiana.
distillery. It was this one actually was distilled in undisclosed area in Indiana. They haven't disclosed it, so we don't know.
Aged there, I think.
No, I think it was aged in South Georgia.
Right. That's
Right,
what I'm
there.
saying. But it was distilled in
It was
Indiana.
distilled in Indiana and
Yeah,
aged
so-
on their own distillery.
MGP.
MGP source.
I'm just saying it's undisclosed. They
so-
didn't say it.
Yeah. In the video I watched, they
If
said
they
that-
ever say Indiana, it's
yeah.
99% chance.
They're saying that they're starting to do some of their own distillate, but I think everything that they're releasing now is MGP.
Got you.
So,
right, which but
it's MGP's doing
let's
good
be
stuff.
honest. It's the way a lot of craft brands go.
100%. 100%.
nice. I saw what you did there.
Right? Is that what I did
I
there?
saw what you did there.
Does anybody have a pour on it? I'll start. I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it's solid. I'm not mad at it. I don't think it's spectacular. I think it's a pleasant pour. I think it drinks around its proof. I know Drew says it drinks under, but I think it's around that point. I think it's got a nice maple note to it, and it's perfectly cromulent.
Cromulent?
Is that a word? Did you make that up?
Cal, can you put the definition?
I will definitely
Yeah,
put
like-
cromulent
Is that really a word?
right
Or-
there.
Yeah, if it is, or what he meant by it.
Right. We think he meant
Hi, Stephen A. Smith. Call Stephen A. Tony A.
Cromulent.
Smith.
this is perfectly cromulent.
It's
Sounded
good.
like
It's
what
fine.
you would call another species from another planet.
cromulent.
It's
You cromulent.
You cromulent.
it sounds like
You cromulent.
Mike Tyson giving tasting notes.
Final.
I want some waffles.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I'm a 3-ounce pour as well.
Nice.
Not mad at it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be 3s across the board.
Yeah. Okay. Darius.
Yeah, I was leaning between the 3.25 and a 3.
Wow.
I can see myself drinking some breakfast, some waffles.
Is that why you
I
said
want
you want a
some
waffle?
Yeah, that's why I said I want some waffles. Like it's good, but I can see.
Alcoholic.
Oh, don't say that. Now I feel
Taking
sad.
drinks at breakfast?
I feel sad inside.
I mean,
I want to go home and
That's
think
how
about
it
this.
starts.
I want to internalize.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Sometimes
I'm joking by the way.
vacation pours.
No, he's not.
no, I think when the times where I would want waffles is when it's sweeter.
No, I get
For
you.
me, this is not as. Well, I shouldn't say it. I could see why it makes you think about waffles.
It's really about waffles for sure.
Yeah.
I like that about it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, you were saying that you're going in between 3 and 3.25.
I know.
Did you
I'm
finish?
going to go with 3, but something that Tony had said that. Oh yes, I feel like to his point, I do think it drinks his proof. I don't think it drinks low. It's not to me. I think it drinks 113.
Yeah.
Like I get a full 113, nothing higher. I get.
In the beginning, I didn't. In the beginning, I agreed that it drank like 105,
Kinda
107.
low. You guys are heavyweights, baby over here.
But then the more I drank it and the more that finish, it has one of those finishes that kind of accumulates.
Yes,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
the
where
more
the
you
proof comes
drink
in a
it,
little more.
yeah, and then you start to really taste and feel the proof a little more.
Gotcha. So yeah,
It kind of catches up with itself.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I thought almost the same thing about the nose. It kind of catches up with itself.
Yeah.
Like,
Have we had any good maple ryes?
I was just going to say that. I feel like they're mostly bourbon.
right.
That's a good point,
I have a maple rye, and I feel like I like the maple bourbon better.
Who's it by? The maple rye.
I believe it was a rare character one.
Oh,
Oh.
did we
yeah,
all
yeah,
try
yeah.
that together?
They had a bourbon and a rye that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this has a soft nose. No, just on the note that I get more of your traditional rye notes. I don't think
yeah.
I get those maple. Getting the spices.
But you said soft. You think that's a softer nose than the bourbon?
It's soft as far as maple is concerned.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know
yeah,
if Drew
yeah,
was
yeah,
saying
I
that. Go ahead, Drew,
I got you.
elaborate.
Well, yeah.
Gotcha.
When I think of soft, is how far I got to bring my nose to the glass to smell it. So I had to get in there, and I was getting the rye spice.
Yeah, I guess I just wouldn't categorize this as softer, but
Your
maybe it's
nose
just me.
is fully in there.
My nose.
So
yeah.
I smell very similar notes.
Yes.
But to, I guess Tony's point is, instead of that buildup every time I smell it, I smell the rye first, and then I smell the other
maple.
notes that I
Yeah.
smelled on the
That's
bourbon.
what I'm getting. I get like some cinnamon almost, but I feel like that's more akin to the rye than the maple.
Yeah. Baking spices.
For me, it's a little more like black peppery.
Yeah. I do get that.
I can see that.
And yeah, now I'm getting nothing but just rye.
Yeah,
Rye.
I'm searching for the maple.
Black pepper.
It's not there.
I get it in the
Yeah.
end. I get it in the as it fades away.
In case anybody's
That's the
wondering,
notes you're getting on this?
what do you mean by you smell rye? And I guess if I was to be a bit more descriptive, it's peppery. It's like a spice, a cinnamon, some of the
yeah.
grass notes, almost like dill.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting a little bit of maple. Like maybe it's a little bit that is aired out a little bit.
No,
Yeah,
I think
it's in there.
I think you're
I'm
you're-
accepting
you're-
myself.
No, it's in there. It's
No,
It's like a
Secondary note.
like either honey or something. It's something
Subtle.
different.
That's from the bourbon. Then.
I hate you. I love you too, bro. Like I hate you and I love you. I'm getting a subtle.
It's very subtle.
I'm about to compromise my whole life right now.
Just bring all the words
I'm
up,
gonna
bro.
compromise
Let's go.
everything.
Good time.
I am just a
So
human.
subtle.
I'm only human.
All right. Let me try this.
We haven't tasted yet.
So
Interesting.
that is interesting.
Oh my gosh, that is really interesting.
In a good way?
I'm getting just rye spice. It's just a straight rye. Like I don't
Nah, there's more going on here.
maple.
Yeah,
though?
There's a lot more. I get what
I'm
you're
saying
There's
like that's
there's
overwhelming.
rye-
Yeah,
That's
and like a
overwhelming.
tea note almost.
It's like,
like
the rye is
yes.
around it, but there's something else going on in the
For me,
middle.
it's like the rye and the maple are fighting.
Yes,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
I'm getting
That's
right
what-
now.
that's-
'Cause
I'm
it is-
trying to get to the
Nah,
maple. I
like
I'm s-
no, I get what you're saying. The initial palate was rye, but
Yeah.
and the moment it settled, it's like something else is happening.
Just the
But
maple's
what
on the
has happened?
finish.
I think that's the maple kind of like. Ooh, I don't know. I got to taste it again.
It's
now.
a battle.
it's a battle. Who's winning?
Every time the rye goes up to
Neither. They're both losing.
every time the rye
Okay.
goes up to
I got more
Maple
maple, on
comes
that.
back.
I got more maple on that pour. That's really interesting. That's
it like morphs
good.
into its own flavor. But both components are in there.
that's really good.
The finish is interesting too. Like it kind of changes too on the finish. I don't get as much rye on the finish. I get something else, and I'm not sure if it's maple. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Really?
No, I really don't. Like I don't. Like it's not
You're the
bad.
resident rye guy, man.
No. Like it's not bad at
You just
all.
don't like the mixture of it.
it's
I'm not gonna lie. I assumed I was gonna like it more than the bourbon.
I was ready to like it more than the bourbon.
I don't like it less than the bourbon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
but I
I'm
don't
actually-
necessarily like it
that's
more
funny.
than the bourbon either.
I was gonna say a 3-ounce pour. I'm kind of like
I think I'm there with you.
I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bourbon's much sweeter. The rye is much spicier, which you would expect on a rye.
Right.
They both
Kinda
play with the maple
stereotypical.
differently. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give the edge to the rye.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not mad at it.
I'm actually I keep reaching back for it because I'm like still trying to understand it and taste it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's like something's pulling me back to like, hold on, let me try again. Hold on, let me try again. Hold on, let me.
It's definitely unique in that sense.
It is.
To Drew's point, I do want to try more of it more than I want to try more of the bourbon.
It's like I said, it's like they're fighting, and every time I take a sip, I'm checking the score.
That's interesting. I want to experiment with this one more than the bourbon.
Oh.
I just wasted it.
I'll just
Experimented on my table.
on your table. But I don't get on the palate like there's not a clear cut point when I'm tasting it where I'm like, oh, there's the maple. It's like the maple's still like it's in there, but it's just like you're tasting it with the rye. Like there's no moment where it's like, okay, rye. Oh, then there's the maple. No, it's like they're neck and neck with each other in there. Where it creates this different flavor.
It was so rye forward on the nose that I kind of expected that to be followed through on the palate.
It's pretty rye forward on the palate.
It is.
I mean, it's rye there, but not what I expected based on the nose. Like I just talking about your rye in general, like you get that overwhelming like spice, that cinnamon, and it's there, but not in the way I kind of expected it based on the nose. Is what I'm trying to say.
So you said you have it above the bourbon.
Yeah, I would give this a 3.25.
Okay. That's right. Just a little bit above the bourbon.
Yep.
Gotcha.
This
What you,
one-
Darius?
This one I'm between 3.25 and 3.5.
Okay.
I'm really curious. Like I'm definitely more intrigued than the bourbon, but I probably will just stick with 3.25 because just why not? I don't want to overthink it.
Because initially you were like,
Initially, yeah, but the more I'm
you
tasting
didn't
it,
like it as much.
it's definitely I feel like much more going on for it than the bourbon, in my opinion. A lot. It's just doing a lot,
Gotcha.
and I want to go back to it a lot more than the bourbon.
Okay.
So with that, I have to get it a little bit higher rated than that. So yeah, I'll go with 3.25.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
What about you guys, Tony and Kyle?
We had 3.
Oh, you both said 3.
Yeah, we had
okay.
both. We had both at 3.
Because I mean, I agree with you, but not enough to give the 2.5.
Right. That's my thing. Is like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's intriguing, and I do keep wanting to go back to it. But I don't know if I want to go back to it enough over to bump it up to the next level. I think I'm gonna stick with it. Like if I tasted this by itself, it would get a 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I tasted it with the bourbon, and because there's just this slight edge over the bourbon, like I kind of wanted to give it a 3.25, but I
So if
I
you could go
don't
back,
really.
would you put the bourbon at like a 2.75?
No, because I'm still not mad at it. That's what I'm saying.
I got
Like
you.
it's
So
not
you're
enough
both
of an
threes,
edge.
but-
Yeah,
But you
it's-
prefer the rye a little bit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
so.
there with you. Yeah.
These are very different, man. Shout out to 13th Colony. They're-
Shout out.
Yeah.
yeah, they're a craft distiller, right?
They are craft. Yes.
They're doing some pretty cool things. I think.
Now,
hold on.
hold on.
That's a good question. What makes a craft? A craft?
Right, because there's we started this conversation not too long ago, and we had differing views on it. So, like, is there an actual definition of craft? What makes a craft distillery
Legally?
a craft distillery?
No.
Legally, no. Okay,
But
so
like-
then, industry wise,
Isn't it like family, like run or something? Not family run, but it's like homegrown.
I'm thinking when I think of craft, I'm thinking you have your own distillate, right? You make your own, not exclusively where that's all you're doing, that's all you have to do, but that's part of your brand or part of your product mix is that you have your own distillate, and you are small. You only have a certain number of barrels that you have, and you also probably source locally, right? Grain and glass, right? That's what I think of craft.
what about like experimental?
Yeah. What about someone who's just blending, taking sourcing?
So, by your
making their
definition, an NDP would not be craft. You could not be a craft.
I wouldn't call it. I would call them an NDP, and I would still think that they were, small. Want to call it a mom and pop. Or,
And within your definition, does that mean that what you're putting out as a craft product has to be made by you? If a part of your determination of being a craft brand, you have to distill.
You mean
right?
no
That was a
sourcing?
part of, right.
No
So
sourcing.
does that mean that the product that they may produce, you can't source?
you can. you you could be a craft where you have your own distillate, right? And on top of that, you also source.
But you
under
finish.
your name, and you have to disclose everything about that particular bottle and so forth. But you can still be considered craft because you have your own distillate, you have a still, you're doing grain and glass, but you also introduced some sourcing in there as well.
Does the source stuff like aged at their distillery, or does it matter? It could be sourced and bottled and then sold under their name. Does that change things?
So for me, you have to be a part of the editing process, or at least you know what I mean? Like, you have to add
Something to it.
You just can't source it and bottle it and be like, hey.
Right. I can't
Craft
just
distillery.
buy this barrel, slap my label on it, and sell it.
That's an
and
NDP.
call myself craft. Now, technically, yes, that is an NDP. But as an NDP, I think you can be a craft NDP.
But
You
not
know what
a
I mean?
craft.
Because if you're blending it, now you're just using those barrels that you have sourced from somewhere else as ingredients
And making your
to
own
now your product.
Yeah, I agree.
You're
And
a craft blender.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, what would you say that Penelope was before being bought out by MGP?
An NDP.
I would say that they were craft.
Also.
They had their own
Right,
distillery.
I would say that they were craft.
But they had
Distillery.
they sourced, but they
Can't be a craft
No,
distillery
they can't be
because
craft.
they ain't
Well,
distill
they-
shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Okay,
So you can't be a distillery,
Yeah.
right. But
Wasn't
I would say
it
they were
a
craft
distillery?
brand.
a craft
Sorry,
brand.
Yeah. Because
yes.
they were blending. They were
right.
taking
They're putting their
MGP
mark
source
on it.
whiskey, right, and putting their mark on it.
Right. And even this one, like, I could put this product underneath craft, not just because they also distill, but I'm pretty sure this is sourced. And they added the maple spiral.
Right.
At their distillery though.
Right.
They
It's
sourced
aged.
they sourced it.
They
and
sourced it, they got
aged
it.
on their own
Aged.
And then they
Their
added
distillery,
something
So they
to
changed
make
it.
it their own.
They didn't just source it and bottle it and sell it.
Correct.
They have their own distillery. They added to it. They let it age on their own property.
Yeah, we can create subcategories.
Sure, it's like, I'm not calling them craft.
Everybody gets awards. Everybody's a winner.
Like
But they're still craft, though.
you could, they're a craft. You could, call it a craft brand versus a craft distillery. Sure, we could start splicing it. Sure, if you want to introduce other variations of craft, yes, because like you said, you did do something to it, right, of your own.
Is there any craft brands that are currently doing that? They're just sourcing and selling and saying I'm craft. Are we doing to call people out?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I'm just want to know if we know any off the top of our head. That's all.
It's like I also there's also a thing of being too big. I think once you get to a certain size, I don't think you
That's a
call
bigger-
yourself a
And
craft brand.
I think that's the more common. Like
Yeah.
it depends on the size of the company or how many barrels, right?
Really?
You
So
have.
you're just too big to call yourself craft.
But
Like,
I hear.
Yeah, because I think when you if you're calling yourself craft, you're doing so because you want people to think mom and pop, small, local. Like that's the only reason why you're giving yourself that moniker is for the marketing aspect of it. And if that's the case, then nah, fuck that. You can't you can't get that because you're trying to. As far as I'm concerned, it's similar to like blackfacing a product. Don't do that either.
well, based on
You know what I mean?
American Spirits Org is if you produce fewer than 7,500,000 gallons annually. So any more than that you're not craft.
7,500,000,
Wait, don't we know
Seven-
a guy on the American?
750,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did that math. That
750,000
number
75,
confused the shit out of me.
Yeah, my bad. 750,000. I totally screwed that number up, bro. It's late. It's
I was
late.
trying to follow you.
I've been up since 5 I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning.
Euros.
750,000 annually. If you produce more than 750,000 annually gallons, then
Gallons.
yeah, that's what it says right here. Gallons, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's less than that. It's
Right,
considered
right.
craft.
That would be
Anything
considered
more than
craft.
that.
That's a lot though.
I was gonna
That's
say
a
that's
lot.
a lot. So how do you measure that? Like, 'cause that's-
Well,
And I feel like some of these big brands will either gobble up small brands so they could stay underneath that, or they'll create an offshoot brand
Right.
and say, well,
This did under the-
only this brand only did less
Yeah.
than that. So
Right.
I just think people play around with the numbers, which
Yeah.
is
and that's what
annoying.
that's what I'm saying. When you start entertaining other subcategories or whatever, and expanding what it means to be craft, and it starts to become like this inclusive term as opposed to exclusive in the sense of I got it out the mud. This is I went
Out the mud.
and I found
I'm out here
grain,
in the fields
you know
right
what I mean?
now.
Distilled it.
I'm out
Grain
here
to glass,
picking the
bruh.
grain myself.
You know what I mean?
I think the reason why I give an okay to this, or at least loosening up the terminology a little bit, is because the cost to get in the game as a, to your definitions,
Yeah.
a true craft
Right.
is way too high. Nobody can do that. That's
Right.
not, and so that's the reason why I think that's unfair to be that tight on what you would consider to be craft.
So now we're just trying to be fair.
Yeah, because you would
Everybody
literally
gets
have
awards.
no
Yeah,
craft. You would have no craft brands then.
I think. Yeah.
You would have less.
I don't want to speak to you.
Way less.
Speak to what you're saying, Drew, but
75%
It
less.
seems like you're trying to give more credit to those brands that go out there, produce their own distillate, have stayed kind of on a smaller scale, and like are consistently putting out great stuff, right? Thinking about like a Starlight.
I didn't say all
I was about to say name one brand that really did that. And then he
consistently
said
putting
Starlight.
out great
I'm
stuff.
thinking about like Starlight, Peerless. You know what I mean? Some of these brands that are like that have their own distilleries.
I'm honestly thinking about brands I've never even heard of.
Oh, so you're thinking, yeah, okay, you're thinking
I'm
even
thinking
smaller
about
scale.
barrels
But
in our own backyard that we,
yeah,
you know,
well, yeah, obviously those are crap. But I'm saying some of those other
But even
distilleries.
some of those started with sourcing first.
right? And
some, yeah.
Most, I would
Right.
I would say.
I'm saying I think you're trying to give more credit to those who didn't do that, who didn't
Is
source.
Starlight
And either that, the
Or-
only
Starlight-
other
No, I'm
Starlight's
not-
always had their
I'm
own
not
distillate.
because I could
Yeah.
see, how you can start out sourcing, right, as additional income to help fund what that expensive. So you could do that, but you're also
Making your own.
making your own.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Also, a lot of them start off not necessarily sourcing, but you have to make a cheaper liquor. You have to make something
Vodka, gin.
that you can flip faster
While you're distilling.
maturing your whiskey.
maturing, maturation process.
right.
Very
That's
important.
kind of how I would categorize. But I can understand why you why we have all these other subcategories. Why we also
Yeah.
want to include other things. I mean, because like I said, you even have the
Because I want us to be a craft NDP. I've always stated
Craft
that.
NDP.
Yes. Because I don't really have a desire to ever own or operate
A distillery.
a distillery.
it's a lot
There's
of
a lot. First of all, a lot of money, a lot of work, and I love the science behind it. Don't get me wrong, but there's plenty of them out here that do it.
we've had a lot of great products that's just based off of, I shouldn't say just, but of great blending, right? And
Right.
how blending is a craft that has been getting its shine of late.
Agree.
And so, that's what distinguishes it from a great bourbon or whiskey. So, yeah, no, I'm totally with you guys on that. So, yeah, but I would call it a craft
blender? Blending?
craft brand. You said a craft brand.
A craft brand.
But
Obviously,
craft-
you can't be a distillery because you're not
craft-
distilling.
you know,
Craft brand and craft distillery should be two different categories.
Because right now the term is just craft distillery, right?
It's just craft.
or sometimes they just say craft.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's craft.
I see craft
which
distillery
is
a lot.
super
I'm just
wide.
saying, if it's just craft, you can be either or.
Yeah.
But
you
if you
just
call
say
yourself
craft-
a distillery, obviously you have to
Have a
distill.
distillery, so you can just be a craft brand. My brand is craft.
I would just say NDP, but
Yeah, but then you're assuming people know what that is.
Oh, right.
If you say craft, everybody knows. Everybody gets a sense of what you're working with. If you say we're an NDP, people will just look at you blank. Like, what the fuck
I
is
think
an
about
NDP?
craft. I think about like a family.
Right.
On a farm.
You think small.
Kind of like a farm.
You think cozy. You think everybody knows
Yeah.
one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But isn't Starlight too big to be a craft now?
I don't think so.
They probably produce
They're
more than
pretty-
750,000
I don't know their
gallons a
numbers.
year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know their numbers.
They're huge. But I feel like the
Maybe
Starlight
at this point, but
I feel like based on that number, no. But based on this, what they're doing over there, it's the embodiment of craft.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
family.
I think even if you
doing
even if you
their own
pass
thing.
that threshold, if you kind of came up as a craft brand and like people know you as that can
At
kind of
that point, you just open the floodgates now.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
we're like, everybody
it's not
can
like
say
you
that
hit
then.
that number and then people are like, oh, not craft anymore. You know what I mean?
A lot
Because you
of-
think of them being a family-owned
yes,
But where does that
farm
stop, though?
raised,
and I
grain to
feel you're right.
glass.
But at some point, it does have to stop.
Yeah, where does that stop?
in my opinion, at
A lot
some
of-
point, you got to be like, all right, you're not, bro.
who's gonna stop it? That's my point.
Us the people.
I'm just saying. Like,
right? At least, but do they even call themselves craft?
no, I don't think so.
so you know who?
I mean, they're sold on Sailbox. Sailbox is like the
Yeah.
craft mecca for the. They that's like their slogan. Like, we're bringing craft to you.
Yeah,
And Starlight is a lot of Starlight on Steelbox. So I don't know.
They might.
I'm just saying, do
categories.
they market themselves? As?
That's a great question. I don't know.
I don't think they
Starlight.
do.
Starlight. Oh,
Yeah.
you know who I thought, or I think was our first craft experience in Kentucky.
Wilderness Trail.
Yeah.
Technic, I guess
Yeah.
that was, but
That's who I thought.
you know what felt really craft like was Jeep the Creek.
Oh, yes, Jeff the Creek.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
That Bloody Butcher corn.
Yeah,
that felt like craft.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
it
felt
did.
very different
Yeah.
than all the other experience that we had.
Especially when they put the mink on you.
Yeah, when we pulled up in the barn with the
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a difference in how some of those places feel compared to like going to one of the big guys, you know. So, but yeah, man, it's a good conversation to have. I think there's, you know, it's like who's to say what a label is that people are gonna put on a brand, but
I can say what I want with my brain. I'm craft. I don't care what y'all say.
Why you gotta say it like that?
That's a good cool boy. Why did I say that? I don't know why you use that accent, bro.
Because you're thinking of
Thinking
the sound of the
Sound-
farm.
sound.
I'm ready to
South
be
got
on the
something to
farm.
say.
Yeah.
Thinking about being with the
Craft
corn,
got something to
being
say.
with tumbleweeds. You know what I mean?
straw sticking out your mouth.
I'm done.
Tumbleweeds.
So yeah, definitely let us know in the comments what's considered craft. What do you consider
What do
craft?
you think?
Or what's your favorite craft distillery? If it's one that we haven't mentioned, or what do you consider craft?
And we'll tell you if we agree or not.
Right.
Nope, that's not craft.
Wrong.
Blocked. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that.
Until next time, we'll catch y'all.
Deuce.
Peace,
Deuces.
peace, peace.
Peace.
Much better.